What's going on, everybody? We just thought we'd make you guys sweat a little bit and see who complains the most about us being late. Marana, you have won. No. We were just talking about some stuff behind the scenes and also just trying to reach out to see if anybody else wanted to join the panel. We don't have Geekeasy tonight. Zach is MIA. Jay just did a thumbs up when I said, "Hey, you want to jump on?" He's like, "Thumbs up." So, so just reaching out. But anyway, I got a lot of books tonight, but not a lot of them are new. What about you, Brain?
Same. I've got stuff to show from the show I went to. I'll be doing for the next 3 weeks or so.
Which is actually a perfect night. There's only two of us. We can show off a lot of books.
I still have faith that Zach's going to show up. I have a gut feeling.
A gut feeling? A gut feeling? Sorry. All right. So I'll get my books out of the way. Plus, if you've already watched it on Live Love Comic Stream last night, you saw some of the books. Didn't see all of them, though. All right. It's going.
Ouch. That's cold.
All right. What's cold?
A delay like this is a lack of professionalism we'd expect from E, but not here.
I expect Evil Black Cat to show up with jokes, but he doesn't do that. All right. Well, I'll just go. Yeah, let's go through here. So, new books this week. I'm not sure what I did. Was Walking Dead this week? Or was it last week?
I don't know.
I don't know where I put it. Maybe it was last week. All right. Number 7 for this week. Terminator. So far, if the third issue in, another person, new story. Terminator sent back in time to kill him. This was his time in Vietnam. Guy nearly escapes, and okay, that's kind of all it is. It's nothing really new, exciting. I'm probably going to drop it soon. There's an overall main story that the Terminators are sent back in time to kill people who are working with John Connor. So it's not just John Connor they're with the whereabout. Now they're trying to take all the people who are like his soldiers. That way they're not there when they in the future. So it's like art is okay in some things, but it's kind of makes you really wonder. It's like, how stupid are the soldiers? But the guy gets into the helicopter with his pregnant wife and all that he met over there in Saigon or whatever it is. And they get down there and all of a sudden he's like, it's like, oh yeah, great, we're finally leaving. You see the body down there. The Terminator basically is like, hey, guess who I am? I'm your pilot. And the guy is predictable. Basically shoots he has his wife basically like almost like towards the end jump out before though he's basically like he shoots the neck off, the head off. It goes into sleep mode. They fly the rest of the way. Then he has her jump into this little raft here. The people are with the baby. The Terminator is predictable. The Terminator then wakes up and he's like, he just crashes the helicopter into the water, and then he's fished out. And then it just basically it's like he says like like he's came close to dying, but I'll never forget that image. And then this ends with basically where everything else has been starting. So basically getting a lot of characters with backstories on them each issue. So it's, like I said, I don't know where they're going with this. I'm just predicting, but yeah. Dude, Terminator 3 was better than this. What are you talking about? Sounds like Terminator 3. Terminator 3 was actually entertaining. All right. Number 6. Transformers. Decepticons who are now stranded on Earth start attacking humans. Optimus Prime goes to help out the humans, and once again the Autobots get fired upon by the humans. Then they retreat. They're able to revive one of their fallen members with the energon they had left over, and it's just like the art's good in here, but like I said, it was kind of a mid issue. Optimus Prime, he starts having problems. He starts reverting into basically rage mode. And they're saying it's good because Sparky, when he merged with the Matrix and then he fixed Prime, that maybe it's affecting Prime's mind and stuff because it's never been done before. And then we get some cool stuff. It's like, back on Cybertron, one of the Cliff Jumper is hanging out with some of the other Autobots, and they start killing people. Decepticons on there, and Cliff Jumper is like, "Oh no, I'm a pacifist suddenly now. We shouldn't be killing the Decepticons. They're our brothers." Then at the end, we get this. So if you read a couple issues before, we had Starscream survive. He was basically has the bottom of a Mars tank from G.I. Joe. The guy has basically saved his life by merging with that, and now he's basically got his own Decepticons, and they are now just pretty much gonna have Starscream versus Soundwave team, Decepticon versus Decepticon, with Optimus Prime in the middle, and then we get the Bruticus when the Combaticons basically merge. And that's their left on a cliffhanger. That's kind of who you see on the here. So I don't know. It was okay. Art's good, but weak story for me. On to number 5, Conan Barbarian. We're finally getting a story with Bleat by Jim Zub, and how they recount how they met each other, and now they're basically going to team up with this girl who tried killing them to go rob some other people, think more riches. But basically, they arrive. It shows with Conan and Bleat arriving on, in this place, this town where basically it's the thing is that there's so much piracy, but the government turns a blind eye as long as they get a kickback, and then plus they're not getting robbed. This Spinach, shows how much he loves this woman, that Conan does, and they end up, the mating dance that she gave him originally when he first met her, and still then she repeats it then in front of the room, everybody else, people clap. It's nice out here. This is the first time that we actually have art that's not Doug Braithwaite in here. So short and sweet, and then of course, people try to rob them. And Conan and Bleat basically brutally murder all of them, except for the girl at the end, who basically makes a deal. It's like, if you let me live, we can help me. We can basically rob this people. And Conan says no, kill her. But Bleat's like, no, we'll give her, or entertain this idea for a moment, because she basically hates the people that they're robbing. At least their tribe or whatever. Like I said, it's good to see Bleat in the story. For a while, she wasn't really in the Jim Zub that I noticed. But all right, it's okay issue. Number 4. This caught me off guard. This is Superman Superwoman special. It reveals how Clois, that's not Clois, that's their ship name apparently on Tumblr. How Lois got her abilities and where they came from, and who they actually belong to, and how it's going to lead into basically when that person finds out that she has his abilities. Yes, because she has Kryptonian abilities that they got from somebody. Like I said, I did not read the whole absolute shit. Absolute power. I gotta clarify that, because there's an absolute universe now, and then there's a absolute power thing, the event they had. Basically, Mandalore stole everybody's powers using the magic and the devices of Amazer robots, and she's able to take all the metahumans' powers, even the magic users and all this stuff, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But everyone got their powers back except for a certain Kryptonian who is an enemy of Kal-El. But it's girls' night, pretty much. And Lois is saying how she doesn't really feel just using these powers. They don't belong to her. She preferred just being a normal human being. She has a conversation with Lana Lang, who is since Rebirth has been Superwoman, and they kind of make light of the as we said before on the other streams, is that they make fun of the red and blue. Well, you're Superwoman red, I'm Superwoman blue. You know, so I kind of like that. They kind of been a nod to that, but basically. Lois, back during the Absolute Power, found this suit that Lex Luthor had been secretly working on, that allows you basically to mimic the powers, just like the Mazels have. And she basically had was wearing it. They shut off the power. They basically defeated Amanda Waller. Her suit electrified her, and she fell in the water. Next thing you know, she wakes up and she's on top of the Daily Planet. We have no idea that she even has abilities. You get a cute moment from Jimmy in Sibian, or how to pronounce her name? Siobhan.
And there's no way you can that spelling being Siobhan makes as much sense as Shashevsky.
It's out. It's Ciobh. And so I'm like, all right, it's a black or Banshee. That's what we call it. Not Black Banshee, but it was Silver Banshee. But they've been a couple for a while. They know that's not anything new. This book's not a retcon, whatever. Josh Williamson did that earlier in the series. But now she's got the abilities. Exactly, she talks about. Usually, she said when she had problems, she had writer's block, she'd go and talk to Perry when he was the editor. But the problem is that Perry is no longer the editor. She's in charge now.
Perry, the editor.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. He's off basically running for mayor, and she has no one to talk to, so she basically confides with the girls with Kara and basically Lana when they talk to her, and then helps her with the writer's block so she can write a story about the new Superwoman. And the other thing is that basically that Mercy Graves is the first person she went to for help. And Mercy told her not to use her abilities, keep it quiet and stuff. At the end, we find out after she basically goes to Mr. Terrific, they get help with him. She also hangs out with Clark and stuff after she reveals that that she has powers. Just proving that they're probably like the best DC couple right now. For how Lois and Clark, I can't name another couple that's happier than they are. Basically, more in love. At least portrayed that way constantly. I think it's been DC, or for DC, it's been them as a power couple. The other thing that's going on, it basically, when she shows up, John basically was out of the loop. He didn't know that his mom had powers and stuff. And then towards the end, it's revealed that the suit was recovered, and Mercy Graves has it this whole entire time. And and they don't want to tell her. Like she said, trust me, this is for the best Lena Luthor. Because Lena Luthor is basically there too. Lex's daughter. And then we also have Lois can never know why Lex built that armor. So I have this question. When Waller's Super Maze was destroyed, some of their powers are mixed up. Because the atoms talk to each other. And he's like, yeah, you see the problem here. He's like, powers at Superman's level are extremely rare. And everyone who has powers like his are accounted for. Why they all have some powers? Exactly. That begs a question. And their question, like, whose powers did they steal? She had Zod's powers, which I don't understand how, because Zod's halfway across the universe. How the hell did she get his powers? Was he on Earth during the Absolute Power event? I did not read it. So, hey, what's up, Yet? That's right. We are streaming on Twitch and also on YouTube. YouTube is our main home, but we do broadcast to Twitch. Alrighty. And then for number 3, we got Green Lantern, issue number 18. I like this. It's actually kind of cool. I've been enjoying Jeremy Adams running this. The villains, the action, and all this. I guess it's just leading up to the Green Lantern Corps that he's going to be writing, which I think they're going to just rename this title the Green Lantern Corps. I don't know if it's going to be a separate book. It might be, but if I can get Jeremy Adams on 2 different books, that's fun. Because especially in DC, I know he's doing what was it?
Aquaman.
Yeah, he's got Aquaman. Well, that's the other one he's doing. But he's also doing what's one over at
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned if he's trying to do 4 books a month.
Yeah.
But
No. But no, I think she's really enjoying this. Being asked if I love the beard, do you use any snake oil in it? I don't use anything on my beard. My beard is all natural. Oh, there's a lot of bots popping up on Twitter now or Twitch. But I don't know, Breen, you read this, or do you get not? You're still getting this?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy this? Do you think it was a lot better? Do you think it was kind of like okay, we're just kind of a lot of setup?
I didn't see the beginning of the story, so I'm not. I was kind of like reading it out, and it seemed a little anticlimactic to me, but
yeah,
I still liked it. I mean, it's nice to see Kyle back and functioning.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, finally, Kyle's been kind of nerfed on this other thing. I finally has his faculties back, and he goes white Jesus or space Jesus mode in this book and goes against the main bad guy at the end. Kilowog's finally returned back to his senses, which is kind of nice. Kilowog's back on the good size team, which we all knew was going to happen. They reveal a villain at the end of this book. Not exactly sure who he is. Do you know who the villain was at the end of this? It's supposed to be?
No, unless it's like, was it the Theros or Thana, one of the new villains that I'm not familiar with?
He's got a star, kind of like a bright star on his chest and stuff. I was just trying to. He's red. He's got horns on his forehead.
Black Cat. Oh wait, no, I don't think it might be Satanus. Cat, if you're still here, who is that on the last page?
Yeah. Because they really don't say it. And yeah. So next chapter will be in the Green Lantern 19 and Green Lantern Fractured Spectrum. That's what they're going to continue this. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out who that's supposed to be. I mean, normally I would have said like, oh, that's somebody important, but maybe it's a new villain. Unless it's somebody from their past. It's not Thanos or not that Trigon. That'd be hilarious, though. Yeah,
it's definitely not him.
Yeah, I don't know if Evil Black Cat's here though. And then you get a backup story for the New Gods, which I tell you, the writing isn't bad, Ramby, but I'm not a fan of Evan Kegel's art. Just not a fan of the faces and stuff. It's okay if you are.
Well, Sinestro was part of this battle. He was helping to defeat the
Sinestro. Yeah.
What was the villain called in this? I forgot.
Theros is in the very beginning.
Okay, so that's who they were fighting. So, yeah, I do not know who that is.
Yeah. So, yeah, because that was Theros in the beginning. He is like this guy. He's got the gold. He's got the merman ears. So, and they have a devil in the DC universe, like a devil-like character. Because we have like Mephisto and Marvel, who is like
well, there's a Satanish or Satana or something like that. Satanos that I used to fight Superman, but
it's not going to be like Despero, is it?
No.
What the hell, the retcons? Yeah. All right. Number 2. Batman Dark Patterns. Wow. It's been a while since we've read a good Batman book. I think the last one we read was First Night. That was a Black Label. I have not been enjoying anything by Zdarsky or even Tom Taylor is on there right now. On Detective or Ramby, but a little bit graphic. But it's got nods to the old stuff, the Batman 66. Takes place in the 40s and 50s. When is this supposed to take place? What do you think? Look at the old time like Packard cars, the old Fords and stuff.
Yeah, I guess maybe it is. I didn't even give that any thought.
Because I was looking at the old timey car, the gloves, and everything, and like I said, we get the idea of a new car and a new version of car, and it's kind of like basically the Batman 80 series, and also and it has let's talk about the show. Yeah, it has like the engine on there, header sticking out. It's really cool. But yeah, this has been actually been really done well. It is creative team is Dan Waters with Hayden Sherman as the artist.
No, I'm guessing that car is just like a vintage car because if you look in the Batcave, he's got all the modern tech.
Oh, does he?
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm guessing it's just like several years ago
Yeah,
with
so it's a
with our
little
time scale.
so basically and going in with the basically the Robert Pattinson. This is a detective comic. Someone's going around murdering people. This is the third victim they found. Someone who basically and they're trying to figure out what they all have a connection, but it's really cool. Obviously, the new person who works at the morgue is there now, and Batman doesn't trust him because the guy is too eager to talk about how every body, no matter what body it is, person's body tells a story, and he's curious. He's like, oh, I wonder what yours is, Batman. I'd like to look at your scars. I'm like, he's getting a Hugo Strange kind of creep wise. So, but yeah. Then he goes into this guy's office. Basically, basically one of the guys who was murdered. He's a lawyer, and he had a bunch of stuff files that are private. Batman breaks in there, and just goes after wave of basically security guys in here. And we talked about if this is supposed to be like his early years, year 3 or whatever. Like Batman should not have a bright ass yellow cowl on there because that's more the '89 style. That was in the '70s, that I remember. Neil Adams, but yeah, it looks so out of place. But it looks like I'm reading the 1990s Batman, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's the feel I'm getting. It's like that, which I love the art in this. The art's really cool, especially here, how they're able to draw the city looking like that. Look at that. It just pops out at you. I love that stuff. Look at that. But overall, it's fun. It's like I said, this is a fun detective Batman book that just like you don't really need to like. It's not overly complex. You got to look at the villain who's going around murdering people, and I'll just say that, yeah, that's what the guy looks like. He's got, and just like it's the basic Batman has to go back to after seeing this. He has to look up one of his father's books. Refers to basically the wound man, like basically the guy cannot feel any pain and stuff. So focus. That's not gonna focus. I need a better camera one of these days. There it goes. Yeah. Messed up. And that's kind of how it leaves you like that. That's it. That's basically to be continued. Like actually, like so honestly, I thought this was a really good book. Number 1 book of the week for me though is Silent Night. Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night. This is issue 3. They're releasing there's a new issue every week until it's over. I'm not sure how many issues are supposed to be in this. It's supposed to be 12 issues series. But it's really cool. It always reminds me, whenever I see a Tom King advertisement, it remains I could be getting that crappy book instead of getting the better book. So we got Flash shows up while he was Flash. And basically, he doesn't last that long because he becomes basically near death, and then he's cased in amber, kind of like Mosquito. What I really like about this, we have Gentleman Ghost in here. Gentleman Ghost is one of my absolute favorite, just underrated Batman villains. I love how they really used him a lot in the Batman Brave and the Bold cartoon series, and it's just great to see him. You also get Damian Robin. He's not being over like being a complete asshole. He's actually being like actual respectful young man in this, which is shocking. Zatanna, who is basically a big part of this too as well, dressed for festive. She's got there's like a Santa Claus like cape or hooded what do they call it? Not thrall. What is it called? But meanwhile, we get the Justice League. We're trapped in another part of the another pocket world dimension where this knight came through. It's just an overall fun book. Getting to see Mara on the Justice League, kind of like going around, is kind of crazy. Nubia, I don't care. We already got one queen. We already got Mara. We don't need another one. But because I don't think was Wonder Woman even in this. I think this is the first one. Actually, I think about this. No, Wonder Woman's not even in this book. No, which is shocking because usually they have the main seven in here. But yeah, Santa Claus is kicking ass. It's just fun book. We get then we said like my favorite part at the end of this. And sorry, this is a bit spoiler reviews. We have Mary Marvel. Then we have Robot Man joins the team along with our buddy. We call him Metamucil, but his real name is Metamorpho. Yeah. But what's really cool is we finally have Etrigan in his epic rhyming fashion. So like I said, we got Zatanna in her awesome costume. We got all these characters here. And honestly, I love these because they're lighthearted. And they're not really like to like focus on basically they're separated from the main continuity. So they don't have to suffer whatever other person's like retcon or whatever they did in that other book, whatever it's going on. This is a standalone story, and it's Elseworlds, and it's great and it's just fun, and it just feels like the normal Justice League, basically teaming up with Santa Claus to defeat this ancient evil. Before the first round, like last year, was that volume 1 that was with Krampus. This year, it's some like knight from the King Arthur's round table who basically got enchanted by this basically evil armor, and now is basically trying to restore his body or soul, whatever, and just bring that evil kingdom to the mortal plane, take over. So very fun book. Definitely, I might recommend if you're looking for just a good book to read. If you like Zatanna, if you like Batman, you like all these characters. There's them. That's it for new books. And so I'm gonna put this down here.
You want me to do my new books and then
sure.
Go back to you with
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
We'll do it the Graphic Man show way.
Yeah. All right.
Now I turn my camera off, right?
Yeah, my number 6 is Silent Night. It's like Venkman said, it's just a lot of fun.
Jeff Parker, who wrote Batman 66. So if you like that, you'll like this.
Yeah. That was Mrs. Claus that shows up at the end, right?
I'm guessing so. She has elfy ears.
Yeah.
She doesn't look whitewashed.
That's number 5 is Defenders of the Earth. It started kicking in last issue, and someone who Flash had trusted, a guy named Crotan, turns out to be not a nice guy, and he's basically convinced the president to give Flash and Lothar and Mandrake 1 hour to turn themselves in, which of course they're not going to do. And Flash is reconnected with his son in this issue, so they
what? It went the way I thought it was going to go.
And so all this time they've been communicating with his wife, who has been basically like this, like an Oracle-like image from the DC in the 2000s. And we get the shock ending at the end that
she's alive.
And Crotan has her. So
I kind of wondered that, and then when I first read the first 2 issues, but I was like, I had too many books. It's one book I dropped, so I'll probably pick up the trade.
So I said it's the last 2 issues have been were significantly better than the first 2,
which is good because that's when I dropped it.
Number 4, Exiles.
Shop didn't get it.
It's basically almost like another setup issue. Each child is given a page or two to it looks in on their lives, and the demons that
Haunting them.
are haunting them, and at the end the one of the sisters decides to get the family together.
Yep.
To go after whatever it is that's messing with them.
I never would have thought I'd be like, hey, in 2023, 2004, I'm a really big Cullen Bunn fan. Reading his earlier stuff, I wasn't really. He was kind of okay. He's there. He's kind of like an artist at Marvel, but it's like I like when he writes his. He writes a lot of horror stuff. He wrote I think it was the no, it was he didn't do the Town Called Terror. It was someone else. That was
He did Midnight Show earlier this year that we.
But he also did the other one of the vampires last year.
Yeah, I wasn't reading that, so I don't remember what that was called. Number 3. I said I was surprised. Also, I wouldn't have gotten it if it hadn't been Joshua Williamson writing it, and I don't disagree with Ash, who said, Lois Lane having powers is stupid, but if it's for a story and then she goes back to just being Lois, then I'm okay with it. But I have a spouse with powers fatigue. If you look at the Justice League, the big 7, Aquaman, Mirror, that's fine. That she's always been a powerful character. Flash. Linda had powers. I don't know if she still does because I won't read science.
No, she doesn't. She lost, as soon as the baby's born, she lost her powers.
Okay, good. Green Lantern. Instead of leaving Carol Ferris as just Carol, of course she has to be Star Sapphire and now a good guy. Batman. Obviously Catwoman, but none of I guess, but and now Superman with Lois. Seems like everybody's got. And then over at Marvel, the same thing. Like Mary Jane having powers is ridiculous. It's just it's like the modern comic book industry is afraid of having supporting characters that aren't superpowered.
Yeah, I mean, look at Lana Lang. I forgot that she even had powers.
Yeah, so did I.
I remember it, but I didn't realize it was Rebirth. I thought it was a long time ago. But then I looked at wait, Rebirth was like 2016.
Yeah.
So it's 2024. I'm like, I guess it was a long time ago because
Number 2, Green Lantern. The Civil War storyline is over and the new one's about to begin, and I guess we'll see where Kyle stands now. And
I think the Green Lantern Corps is not going to have Helen, at least with Kyle and the rest of them.
I hope not. I hope Hal isn't in there, but I said, you already talked about it. Pretty satisfying ending, if a little anticlimactic for me. My number 1 was Dark Patterns. Nice. Now, admittedly, there were no standouts this week. I mean, maybe Space Ghost would have been if my store had gotten it, but this was a week full of good, but no great books. And I mean, even great by 2024 standards. This was a very serviceable, setup. There's someone, brutally murdering people by cutting out their tongue and removing all their teeth so they can't scream, and then just killing them in the most slow, painful way possible.
Keeping them awake.
Yeah, it looks like if like Pinhead took up acupuncture. But
what I first thought of was that creature that Superman issue, the one that had like the pinters of the we read that story. Yeah, from it was one of the Christmas ones.
Helgramite.
Yeah, I thought it was that at first. I was like, oh.
But I said, I mean, I like this. I'm more than happy to keep reading it. And then I did get the Green Lantern facsimile.
Okay.
It's for people that have read that are only know Guy Gardner as being this loud, boisterous.
Yep. I get that
You know,
too.
he used to be obnoxious. Now, um, he was the most vanilla, paint by numbers DC Silver Age character in this, but it was still a fun read. And then I books that from last week that I just got. The Archie Christmas Spectacular,
Yep.
Cruel Universe,
Hey,
which
it was
was
familiar.
okay.
I
And
like my thumbnail better.
and Rocketeer breaks free. So that's it for the new stuff.
And that's kind of what I'm doing with my thumbnails now. I'm just taking whatever the Cruel Universe is and just modifying it. I did this week's too, if you saw it. All right. Should we look at the peanut gallery like what Shannon
Yeah.
and Rod do? Did he knew what's going on in the chat?
It was a gym teacher, Maranya.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone on so I actually have more views. Let's see here. All right, cool. All right. Is Austin P here at all? Probably not. You'd probably like these. So I got some cool sets from my shop because only one of my shops actually got books this week. So I had extra money. I probably shouldn't have spent it considering that all my books are coming next week. Temple Doom. Number 1. And then number 2. They didn't pay too much for these at all, which I'm kind of shocked because I thought the these would go up in value because of the game. People are like, oh, Indiana Jones. It's cool. So 3. And then some Dark Horse. So you have these already in these omnibus form, but I saw they had the floppies, so why not issue 1 of Fate of Atlantis? Yep. Trading cards inside. Are they? Oh, look at that. They're in there.
Hey,
I actually got trading cards. That's cool.
looked like Flaming Carrot.
It was Flaming Carrot.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to flex my walk in both worlds muscles?
Yeah.
Those are Those are replicas of, or the model for the card is 1959 Topps baseball.
Nice. So, yeah, issue 1 of that. Then issue 2. Just really done well covers and art on the inside of all of these. This also has the trading cards and inside here. So little characters, Bob the Alien and Black Cross. But that's cool. I didn't realize there was even trading cards in these things. And the fact they're still in there too is really cool. I don't think they all have. This one still have it? Okay. So this one does not have trading cards. I don't think it's posted, only those first 2. But just issue 3. Fate of Atlantis. Look at that. I love that art. All right. And then issue 4. Final issue of that series. Fate of Atlantis number 4. Uh-oh. Get canceled now. I showed that. Showed the armband. Shouldn't have done that.
I thought, that would make Zach show up.
No word from him. I sent him a link and everything. And if I didn't send him a link, he hasn't reached out to say, hey, where's the link? The arms of gold. This is still Dark Horse. The background, that cover. I like this. Like I said, these are just fun. Um, this is the interior art. So one thing I liked about this whole entire these books is going to see Indiana Jones in his normal clothes when he's a professor, when he's not in like wearing the actual jacket stuff. Him just dressed down in his civilian clothes, which is something you don't see in the movies that too much. Here's number 2. I don't know if these were computer drawn or it's hand drawn, but to get his likeness down like that is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and this is what they were advertising back in the day. These books. You know what year it is?
Should be like 1996.
Somewhere around there. Let me look. Shows image 93 on it though, in the bottom right corner for the logo. But 1984.
I didn't realize that those. I thought those were a little later in the 90s.
Yeah, like I said, just having fun with these. These are just, like I said, getting to read stuff and I love it when they actually like to make it look like the actor. They could have just did whatever they wanted to, but all right, number 3. So, hey, our chat is moving. There we go. We have a comment from Jay. Dark Horse Night or the 90s was awesome. Starting to see that as I go back and look at Comic Geeks to see exactly what books were out in the 90s. A lot of indie books there, but I mean, still, it was a lot of cool stuff. Oh yeah, 2-issue adaptation coming this summer. Mask. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like I was 5 in 1990, and I remember being in 1991, which I think is when Hook came out. I remember actually like watching that on VHS when we got it and stuff. I remember I got to skip a day of school because I had to go like the hospital or doctor's appointment or like that. So I was like got a Happy Meal and stuff, and it got the Muppet Treasure Island was like, and all those things were starting to come out around the 90s. Those are some of my early childhood memories. Is that watching Hook with Dustin Hoffman. I never knew it was Dustin Hoffman until like I looked it up because I only watched it like 1 or twice when I was little, and I was like, oh my gosh, Captain Hook is actually like Dustin Hoffman. Looks nothing like him. It's really cool. Yeah. So this is issue 1 of Thunder in the Orient. Has anybody in the chat checked out the actual video game, The Great Circle? Indiana Jones, The Great Circle. They're using Harrison Ford's likeness in the game when he was, from when he was younger, and they had Troy Baker is the voice actor, is actually speaking and doing an impression of Harrison Ford, and for the most part, it's spot on. But like I said, I'm a big mark when it comes to Indiana Jones and Rocketeer. Those are my 2 favorite time period stories. I just love it, and late 1930s going into 1940. Yeah, Oh, there's only 2K. Sorry, I thought there's more.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I like about they keep the humor in there is not in the books, even in the game. He's like when he loses his hat, he wants to know where his hat is. He loves his hats. That was hilarious.
Indiana Hager.
Exactly. Yeah. And the criminals were criminals. They did things to women back in the day.
Look at the art in that book compared to what passes for art in most books today.
I know, right?
Man, not even close.
Yeah. Yeah, especially on the next page, all the horses. Reminds you of the Phantom. Whenever I see horses like this, I think of the books, the old books from the Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way they or Prince Valiant. But yeah, it's just done so well. Predator Bad Blood was coming out. That's back in the day, December of 1993. Look at this. Welcome to the Nexus universe. Mike Barron advertisement. That's cool. All right, issue 3 of Thunder in the Orient. This cover, would this be canceled today? It's a Hugh Fleming. I'm not sure who Hugh Fleming is. But Andy Mushiness guy, I guess, is the guy who's doing the art in the interior. So, like I said, all that. It's really, I love this stuff. Jumping in the water and then rescue them. They fell down. We got the girl. Indy, and so here's the thing about Indy in the books. Do you ever read the Indiana Jones comic books at all?
No.
He had a dozen short rounds.
Wow.
So short round wasn't special. He had other kids that would help him out too. There'd always be a girl. So I think they just took the Temple of Doom that's so popular and decided to just incorporate that into the books. But yeah, the villain. There you go. So, and this book and whenever I read Superman, I always hear the theme in my head when the action starts. So I love that. That's why I get a kick out of these books, especially when you read Exile right after Exile, Superman Exile. He comes back and then you hear the John Hammer. I think it was John Williamson. Who's the guy who did the
John
Superman
Williams, I think.
John Williams. That theme, that Superman theme from Superman 78.
Mm-hmm.
You just hear that, and then the drum and the horns up, and then he comes down and he punches the robot, saves Lois, and it's just like dun, 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 dun. It's like I love it. It's like that's what I love about movies, man. When movies are done correctly, when you go to read a comic book adaptation or not an adaptation of the movie, but just continue the IP. Like Superman, I always hear the Christopher Reeve music. Indiana Jones, I always hear that music too. It's awesome. But yeah, this is issue number 6 of Thunder in the Warrington. Look at that. I love that. How they just capture Harrison Ford's actual face. The likeness. So I do recommend these, man. If you've never checked out these books, get them. And just read them. I wonder if Dark Horse will ever release another omnibus, because I have the soft cover, like the wide ones, the rectangles. But I don't know if they'll ever release a hardcover, ones like Marvel and DC do. And this is the last of the Indiana Jones books that I have. Issue 6. All right. Go back to you, Breen.
No, you got other stuff. You have more back issues, right?
I do, yeah. I know. I thought maybe I went through a bunch. I figured maybe you want to go again. Yeah, I don't know where your other son is at. Let me message him. Let me text Zach to see where he's at. Dear Zach, people are wondering where you are. Send. P.S. You have been disowned by Breen. Let's see if he replies back. What's up, Jackson? Justin? Indiana Jones and Rocketeer brought up a really good mock cover. I think I've seen that one where they're actually like uh, in the scene we're side by side. But I know that well, speaking of Rocketeer, there's a day. I think it's Dan. Is it Dan or Dave? I think it's Dave, right? Dave Stevens.
Yes.
I ordered the hardcover collection that he has. It's like a red book thing, hardcover.
Oh, nice.
I think it's like $100. So I ordered that. My shop's gonna get that because I saw it. I'm like, oh, because they had like a stack of omnibus. I was like, dude, like, are these claimed or not? He's like, unfortunately, that one's claimed. And I asked him like, well, how many people are ordering omnibus to this shop? He's like, 2 people. I'm like, 2 people. There's a stack of 50 omnibuses, bro. Like, just 5, just stacks, and it's just like it was just like crazy. These are big omnibuses too. So, all right. Happy holidays, the Marvel holiday special. Like I said, I'm just glad to get these whenever I can because I've never read these before. These are all brand new stories. We get a Peter Parker, Mary Jane as a married couple story in here, which is really great. Okay, so Zach says that his girlfriend's sick and his dad hurt his back, so I've been driving back and forth helping them out on top of work. You haven't had time to read anything. As soon as I get a minute, the phone rings. So, solution, turn the phone off. That's what I'm thinking. Like, just turn the phone off. And do we care if people read books on this? Just show up the book you got. It's a comic book hall show. Basically, that's what it is. I don't expect you to read every. Brian, I'm showing this book up, but I didn't read it. I'm not reviewing it. I'm just kind of showing off with some of the interior art here and stuff. We get the Thanos Christmas in here too, which is kind of funny. I never thought that Thanos would have a Christmas story. Like, this is just so weird. You'll memory and him just like it's just weird. And you got Ghost Rider has his own story. Yeah. Oh, this is the one we were talking about the other day with the girls. This is their fun, but their friend. They are friends with John Herbert or Hebert. There's a pencil here. This is the one where Samson comes on. He does a revisionist story. He basically tells the story of here we go. It's like, all right. A long time ago, many centuries, like what centuries? Like 100 years ago. 100 years ago, he's like they're just telling stories, and he starts telling the story, and then he starts ad-libbing. Long ago, there was a group of Jews in a place called Judea, and they were called Maccabees, or Maccabees, what do you call, or McDonald's, Applebee's. Yeah, and he just basically just revisions it, starts bringing other stories into it, and at the end of this, he's never allowed to come back to that school because they basically brings in like stuff like the Hulk and how they were involved with this, and just it's kind of funny story. Punisher Christmas story. Punisher goes undercover, dressing up as Santa Claus. Basically attacks some hoods. Israel, he's got a plate under his chest, and the guy basically started punching him. Like I said, it's cool. Like Punisher Christmas stories, Ghost Rider Christmas stories. You never would thought is in this. You get Michael Golden art here too as well with Wolverine. So very cool. Recommend this. Back when it was actually worth reading. 1992. 1962 to 1992 is in the back here, the stamp. Yeah, some art. Let's have fun with these. Breen, have you ever read these at all?
Yeah, I used to have those.
Yeah, used to have those. Why did you get rid of them?
Well, I got rid of my whole collection, remember?
Oh, that's right, yeah. Marvel Holiday Special, though, 1996. I'm willing to give these more of a shot than I am anything current after, or especially after 2012, as far as holiday specials, Marvel. How homicide? You mean ho ho? Now you're dead. Ho ho ho! I have a machine gun now. Tales of Suspense, featuring Iron Man and Captain America. So we were trying to figure out who the villains are. Membrania wasn't there around, so I don't think if we ever figured out who they were. Melter and Colossus, I guess.
And Black Knight and
Yeah.
or Crimson Dynamo, I think, was the other one.
But look at that. All right, phone back on there. All right. Let's got this. Vision and the Scarlet Witch. Which I might just give these to my niece after I read them. She's really big in these characters. But this is a 12-issue miniseries, as we talked about last night. These are just fun. Wonder Man with his grandmother's haircut.
Yep.
Aunt May's haircut. Got this. This is number 5. And then Captain Frugal, since I know he doesn't watch his channel. If else, bro. So I only got it because it has Spider-Man in the cover. And I'm hoping he says guest starring. So I mean, hope that he's not just guest starring on the cover. He's actually in the book. Then we got the Dan Jurgens, Andy Kubert signature autographed, issue 31 of Captain America. Didn't have to pay too much for this. There's no certificate though, but it does match up online. All right, and then last couple of issues, only got 4 left. Number 11, Miss Marvel. Carol in Distress. Issue number 19, Carol in Distress. Or almost out of the dress. Number 23, Carol in Distress. So I've always liked this cover because it just shows you what they just wanted to do back in the day, and they get away with it, and no one batted an eye. Nowadays, yeah, no.
Comics were for normal nerds.
Yes. And my last back issue of the week, My Love.
JR senior cover.
Exactly. I said I love having these older books like this. You know, like I said, these don't cost that much at all either. I mean, if you're buying a couple of them, yeah, they are pricey somewhat. But I always buy stuff when it's half off in my shop. And then I got this from In Stock Trades. Get a little Justice League book. Limited. Self-contained story. Hocus Pocus. So little book. And yeah. Even has Stargirl in it too. So it's really cool. I like about the animated series. Such a limited. You never know who's gonna pop up, appear in it. I think that's a Crimson Avenger. Not sure who that is. Yeah. Yep. So, Deadman, Batman, really cool. It didn't cost that much. Hey, let's go somewhere. Haven't seen it in a while. This was $10.
Not bad.
But in stock trade, it was down to like $6. And And then the other one, you can see it over there in the back. Well, once this camera focuses in, is it gonna focus? Come on, focus. There it goes. Right there, I got the Superman Exiles on this. So now I have the Exile, which is right before Triangle Era. So basically, nervous breakdown. Superman goes into space with an oxygen rebreather tank designed by Emil Hamilton. Gets lost, ends up on War meets Mongrel, fights for his freedom, ends up realizing that he made a huge mistake by leaving Earth. That he wasn't crazy. They know they can all, and then he basically comes back and he saves the day and starts pursuing a relationship with Lois Lane, and eventually reveals that he's Clark Kent to her after he asks her to marry him. So Triangle Years is one of my favorites, but I also like everything leading up to it as well. But never saw that trade, Jackson. Like there's like two of these on Inside Trade. There's like another one too. The other one just features all the girls in a story. But yeah. This is these for the DC's for everyone Alliance graphic novels. They're young. This is their older young adults stuff. Well, I mean older. I mean like it's old. It's not new really. Zach Howard collection cover artist, and then it's there's a preview for Zatanna and the House of Secrets. I don't know what that is, but yeah, you can order. There's a lot of books you can order in the back now of these. There's Superman Smallville, Teen Titans Go, Batman Overdrive. Yeah. But I saw this is just like unlimited, so I figured like I might as well pick this up. Did I skip Maxima? I don't know who What do you mean? You talking about the redhead chick that had the hots for him? No, I didn't skip that. I'm just saying that I said I like everything leading up into going through Exile, then going to Triangle Era. I said for Superman, that's my era, is going from Man of Steel, John Byrne, Man of Steel, going all the way up until like through the Triangle Era, and then after that ends, and like I just kind of dropped off from DC. But Mr. Breen, your turn.
All right. So I went to a comic show in Dayton this past Sunday and picked up about a short box worth of books. And I'm going to start showing what I've read so far. I'll lead off with Captain America 184.
Nice.
And some reprints. Marvel Super Action number 5, which I believe reprints Captain America 105. There's Marvel Super Action 23. They switched over to Avengers reprints after Marvel Triple Action. I believe that's how that went. Number 24, reprints Avengers 63. There's 25, Avengers 64. And back to Marvel Triple Action 43, which reprints Avengers 51.
Nice.
And here's
was that Clint is Goliath?
No, it's Hank. Yeah, you can see Hawkeye on the cover.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Power Man Iron Fist 59. And let's see, Action Comics 44, 40th anniversary issue. Nice Garcia Lopez cover.
That's pro-feminist. He's carrying her.
It's, Adam.
Nice.
34. Here's Green Lantern, Green Arrow 117.
Jeremy Adams is also doing a Green Lantern, Green Arrows.
Yeah.
One
182. Spoiler, that's John Stewart. And
Was he upset and angry, gonna beat him up, like kind of like Rhodey wanted to do that, Tony?
no, number 200 is Justice League 166. Let's see, Tarzan 218.
Nice.
223. Let's see. Archie, number 100.
You know, I'm seeing the little Archies. A lot of those are popping up at my shop. I was like, I never knew that there was a actual thing.
It's Grim Ghost, number 1.
Ooh, Alice. You don't have that collected?
There never has been one.
Wow. I thought it was in your Atlas books you're buying earlier this year. Those volumes.
That was Atlas, the old Marvel.
Oh, okay.
This when
this is what they decided to go while Marvel was going on. They tried to relaunch it.
Well, when Martin Goodman sold Marvel, it might have been the time he sold to Cadence Industries, maybe.
Yeah.
He wanted them to name his son Chip as the publisher, but they chose Stan Lee for obvious reasons. And so a couple years later, Martin Goodman tried to relaunch a comics line, calling it Atlas, and got a lot of it had a lot of good talent on the books, but they tried to be. It was still the newsstand spinner rack era, and they tried to get. They were too big, too quick, and the books just got lost on the shelves. And the farthest any title got was issue 4.
I'm sure they used to call it newsstand, not newsstand, because Stanley.
And this now you can pay attention. Herbie, number 3.
Nice. What is it? Have you read that?
Yeah.
What powers does he get in this one?
God, whatever the situation calls for. He goes to see Winston Churchill. And
he's like this little fat kid goes up to every historical figure. Is
number 19.
I love comics.
There will be more Herbies in the weeks to come. Here is Jaguar, number 10.
That's cool. Archie comics. Yep. Oh, that's so cool. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in a while before.
Yeah, I think the cover dates on the books, Henry, were 75, but I said they only lasted about 4 or 5 months.
Did you get you're getting good deals on these too? Because I know you got those 2 other books that you said I got a really awesome deal on them.
Oh yeah, and we will see those at the end of this today. This is 4-color number 1302, Johnny Jason, team reporter.
Wow. I'm guessing he's flying, or the kids eating him.
No, the guy in the air was the bully, and he picked on the wrong guy.
Yeah, the wrong opinion.
There were actually 2 of these, and I stumbled onto. There was one 4-color and then one under its own title, and I didn't know what the hell it was. And
Are they adapted from a TV show?
I don't think so. I don't know what it was. So I did. He's always talking about those Mickey Mouse Club characters, Spin and Marty.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was inspired by them. That's kind of that.
Sid and Murphy Croft?
No. The Spin and Marty, they were 2 kids.
Yeah.
They're probably 80 now if they're still alive.
Oh, that's cool.
Number 6.
Nice. I still want to watch Garfunkel, or apparently there's a book or something like that.
There's Mod Wheels, number 15.
Jump the Shark?
It's Scorpion, number 3 from Atlas.
There's only 2 things I think of when I see someone jumping. It's either Grease 2 or it's the Cons. But yeah, these are cool.
Werewolf, number 3.
Wow, Dell too. That's nice.
Yeah, there was a Frankenstein and a Dracula, and none of them were monsters because they were, they weren't allowed to be, you weren't allowed to do monsters in those days, so
Wow,
that's how they got around it. Here's Girls Love 179.
nice. So which one have you been reading when we're trying to do our readings?
I think it was this one, that Girls Romances. Here's Young Romance, number 160.
If you even tune in our readings in the Geeky Puppet Show, our narrator, Eric Breen, will sometimes read from the wrong book. He'll read from DC Romances. They're not good unless there's Clint in there. I love Clint, and I need more of it.
And then the last 2 for tonight, Avengers 16.
Wow, that's so great.
This is when the old team leaves and the new team starts.
Yup.
Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Hawkeye.
Is that what he's choosing? That he's choosing who's with new members, and then Hawkeye joins?
No, he didn't. They just showed up. Hawkeye shows up to try to become a member right as the team is. Thor's already gone back to Asgard for the trial of the gods, and Hank and Jan decide they want a vacation, and Tony says, well, we might as well just go ahead and disband. But then Hawkeye shows up, and then Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch do it, so those 3 and Cap become Cap's Kooky.
Does Hawkeye and Iron Man get in a squabble in this? I think I can remember if they did or not.
No, because he says that he didn't mean to. He never meant to be a crook.
Yeah.
So
I remember they did come face to face on the book. I remember going through that because I thought one of those for our readings would be like kind of cool.
And last, and I said people that are on Sports Ball have already seen this, but number 9,
the best costume ever of Wonder Man.
See that, Maranya? You can't improve upon the original. Is always
the best. Of course, it's the original. They only changed it because they had to appease the Twitter people.
No, Twitter was that was decades.
Yeah, those people are still around. They just didn't have Twitter.
I don't know why they went away from that costume, honestly, because I thought it was cool. And then the second one was kind of the same thing, but more colorful. But I always thought that was a good costume. I think part of the reason why was when I first, my brother was into comics for about 8 months before I started. Then he got right out, but it's one of the first back issues I ever saw, and I loved it.
Like when he got the red coat and the pants, he just looked like an elite douchebag.
Well, I said Mark loved it. He said his safari jacket was great. I thought it just looked like
he just looked like anybody other in Hollywood who would just be wearing in the 70s.
He looked like he was on his way to the Regal Beagle.
I know. I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I guess because he died, and then after he died in that issue, spoilers. I mean, they decided to change the costume, give her a new, fresh take.
Henry, I didn't notice that until you just mentioned it, but you're right.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's it for that's all I have for tonight.
Zach's supposed to be showing up. I finally got a hold of him. I told him I'll get his act together, and I said, I don't care about your troubles. Get over here. And he said, I'll be over here.
All right.
So we're just kind of waiting for him a little bit, and we'll see when he shows up. But well, what's going on to people in the chat? All right, this. Hey, now we're circles. No, look at this. There you go. Oh, I can see that Wonder Woman's original costume is good, but just lose the mask. Simon's too good looking to cover up his face. Yep. Unfortunately, though, I'll compromise. His West Coast Avengers look wasn't that bad. It was better than the Safari jacket. I liked it when he just had the hip rockets, But I always thought he could fly without them, though. I didn't realize he needed them. And then for some reason in the New Avengers book, I think it was by Bendis or something like that, he came back as a purple energy.
Yeah, that was
I had
I
no
don't
idea
like.
that he died.
Yeah, he's kind of a anti superhero pacifist now. I don't know if they ever got away
Right.
from that, but I didn't like that. You know, he might have eventually been able to fly. I know he can fly. He doesn't need the jetpacks now.
And then Jack of Hearts got shafted too. They killed him off. But now he's back though. I don't know if he's still whether he's being used because that She-Hulk book got canceled, didn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder why. If you don't have her fighting and you're having her like dating a guy and flirting with another guy, kind of makes her look like really bad. Not someone you want to look up to if you're a little girl. So I hate movies when you see it like they try to make like, oh, adultery is great because she's in a loveless marriage, but she meets this other guy and she cheats on her husband. I'm like, I hate that crap. Like it's disgusting. And they put it in a comic book form, especially aimed towards kids or at least older teens. You don't encourage that stuff. Bendis, am I right? West costume was hideous. Mark did not like West Coast Avengers Wonder Man, apparently. Busiek and Perez was the start of the Energy Wonder Man. Like, so how did he become like an energy disform? Because like, really, in the New Avengers, he didn't have a body at all.
Well, if you go back to the very earliest, he was bombarded with ionic rays, I think it was, and basically he was just his body was stored energy, because he was so supercharged, and that's when he died at the end of this issue. It turns out he was just basically dormant until I guess at some point it all regenerated him and brought him back. So apparently he hadn't been dead, which
he's like Superman, nearly dead.
Which brings up some continuity questions because in the Celestial Madonna saga in the Avengers, they brought back the dead characters to fight the Avengers, and Wonder Man was one of the ones they brought back.
Henry says that Avengers 160, Grim Reaper destroyed Wonder Man's green costume. George Perez designed a second costume. However, he was bummed out that they colored him like a Christmas tree.
Henry will remember this probably. He kind of looked like he was a second place runner-up in a Captain Ultra look-alike contest.
I think we read that story, didn't we? 160 on the channel?
I don't think so. Captain Ultra was a character that tried out for the Frightful Four in a storyline, and he could fly and he had super strength, and the Wizard decides to hire him, and then gives him tries to give him like a celebratory cigar.
Yeah,
and he passes out from the flame, and the Human Torch. Yeah, they're all captive. He goes, "Oh yeah, you really should have snapped this guy up." Yes.
So did you catch Wes's video today talking about the Ultimate Universe?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Basically, another article. So it's a CBR article he was reacting to, and he basically came to like the Ultimate Universe. The guy was saying like, "Oh, this Ultimate Universe," the journalist who did the article, whatever, and I say journalist loosely, was saying, "Oh, because Ultimate Universe is making so much money, it's gonna be around for a long time." And like as Wes pointed out, he's like, "Do you remember the first Ultimate Universe? Did well and then just went away. This one's not sticking around for long." He said, "Enjoy it while it lasts." But he didn't mention like he kind of wants something to go around. He likes Ultimate Spider-Man. It's his favorite one out of all the books. But he said like it just feels like every issue of all the books, you're just standing around waiting around for something for the maker to return, and like maybe so. But I mean, I've been enjoying Ultimate Spider-Man. It's been one of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't feel like Ultimate Spider-Man isn't really tethered to the Ultimate Universe because maybe because Hickman's a better writer than
Yeah.
than like Dennis Camp and was
Yeah.
it Peach Momoko and whoever's doing Ultimate Black Panther. So I
It's
yeah,
kind of like what Spider-Man was with Avengers in the early days. He wasn't really connected to the Avengers. Sure, they were around, but they was kind of like he did his own thing.
but yeah, I would be just as happy if they don't if they never incorporated that into
I don't want new
the
Avengers
Ultimate.
Spider-Man.
No,
I don't. I
yeah,
don't want him on the
I don't
team.
I don't want the events the BS from the other books filtering over into Ultimate Spider-Man because it doesn't need it.
Yeah, because he said they're kind of loosely connected, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the way it was with Black Panther. Kind of like it was. Black Panther is separated from everything else. Peach Momoko has no connection whatsoever to the other ones. Like they're all separate stories. Ultimates is kind of loosely connecting some things, but it's like Denise Camp. Sorry, and I call him Denise because the way he writes stuff, he just might as well just hand in his man card. I'm not a fan of
Hey Jackson.
his soft virtue signaling, but like I said, I don't care for what he did with the She-Hulk, and just feels like he's just putting in his DEI heroes. But apparently, Wolverine's coming back, or at least somehow. I guess I'm guessing this is a year one story. It's not currently. They had mentioned in the Ultimates book, the new ones, that Wolverine was dead. They had a skeleton there. Unless they're going to come around and say that this is actually the real Wolverine. What you saw with the other one was like one of his sons or something like that. I don't know. But apparently, in current Marvel, is so bad that they have, I guess, Dakin, whatever his name is, Wolverine's son,
Yeah.
is in a new book called Helverine. Yeah, I know, right? I do agree with Wes though, as far as Ultimate Spider-Man is probably the best ongoing book they have at Marvel in the past 5 years.
I would agree because that's the only book from Marvel that I'm reading.
Right? Yeah. What else we got here? Brian says, my great nephews loved your suggestions of I Like Popeye, Looney Tunes, and Garfield. Dude, you're welcome. I Like Popeye is a lot of fun, and especially if you've never, like, for kids getting into Popeye, it's a good introductionary kind of thing. If they have a question, they can always ask you. So if you're being the uncle, or the great uncle, you can kind of you have Wikipedia, you can look up stuff. But I mean, like, it's just a fun book. It's kind of like a manga / comic book. It's kind of cool. Looney Tunes. I have not really checked out the Looney Tunes, but I mean, I don't think there's any bad Looney Tunes being written out there right now by DC. DC has the rights to them, Warner Brothers and stuff, for the publishing, but it's not like they're like we're getting like the Megan Fitzmartin types or Avita Alea, whatever it is, as our touch in these properties whatsoever. Archie, those are pretty much good. I'm not a fan of Dan Parent writing, or when Jason Aaron goes on there. They're not my favorite people because I don't trust them because in the past they've written some shit. But if you get Ian Flynn, the guy who wrote the Archie Sonics, he was also working currently on the IDW Sonic. Those are really good books for kids. So check out those. Check out the Sonic the Hedgehogs, and also the Archie stuff. The Archie Spectacular is fun. It's for all ages.
Yeah. A couple things. Yeah, Henry says John Byrne did some nice West Coast Avengers stuff. You compare to any other West Coast stuff. Problem with West Coast and for the first half of it, which I liked a lot, is God bless Al Milgrom. I don't like his art, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah,
but and I like Byrne's run, but I absolutely detested what he did with the Vision.
Yeah.
Do you remember what he did, Vank?
It's been a while.
He had the government come in because of when he tried to when his mind got infected and he tried to benevolently take over the world, and that which led to the West Coast Avengers formation. The government came in and basically dismantled him down. I mean, just like disassembled him. And then when they brought him back, he was all white and completely emotionless. And that was the end of the marriage and everything. And
Jeez.
so I'm just, like I said, as much as I love John Byrne, I did not like that. And Bill Sienkiewicz, but fortunately for Fantastic Four readers, Joe Sinot's inks kind of toned it down and made it at least fit a little better. But I think at that point they were just treading water until Byrne took over.
Alrighty. Also, real quick shout out. If you haven't checked out over I Love Comics, if you haven't noticed, he's in a little financial mishap. He needs money by Sunday. He needs about, I think he said $1,800 or $1,500. So roughly around $1,000. He's gonna be having an auction this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you can,
I thought he was going all day Saturday now.
Or I don't know what, but I mean, but if you can, I don't know if I have his Ko-Fi link here, but help him out. You can donate some money. He said he was going to create a GoFundMe, but we know he gets. He says something and then he has issues sometimes. But let me get his link here in the chat. If you can donate money to his Ko-Fi, help him out. It says as far as he does accept indirect credit for books. If you can pay now, he'll basically use that to buy a book whenever you want to buy a book. He'll just make sure you remind him, because he does forget sometimes. But if you can help him out, it'd be awesome. Oh, there you go. Here. 1 second, get the link up here. It's in the chat right here. Stop over there, help him out, and just basically, if you can, if you can't, at least share it out with people. Let people know that he's basically selling books. He's got good books. He just needs new bidders. That's all. So if you can go over I Love Comics, and just hang out. I believe it's over here. I think this is his channel. It's really weird when you go to I know what the channel is, but I've never really typed in the URL. So this is it right here. And so you can help him out. Go subscribe over there, check out his videos, watch his stuff, and just basically, if you can donate to the Ko-Fi, go ahead. Just waiting on Zach. I'm not sure where he is at. He said he'd be here 15-20 minutes. But why don't you start reading us some of your romance things, and we'll just kind of ooh and ah with your fancy romance books. I mean, I didn't open up mine yet, but yeah. Some of these are pricey. Like the one I have, that was $60. RDV, the amazing 151 that you have on your wall, Gil Kane inked by Ramita. Gil Kane inked by Ramita, not just Ramita.
You have to look real close to see Kane in that.
Yeah, a little thing here. Yeah. But it's here there. Leaving on a jet plane. Stanley presents. I always forget that Marvel had their own version of romance because I'm so used to seeing the DC or the Charlton. But
yeah, Atlas had a decent amount of romance titles, but Marvel,
they're making out of the.
Yeah, Marvel kind of. I mean, Martin Goodman wanted to have a little bit of everything. That's always been the way he's been.
Ring. Sorry.
I'm actually surprised that he didn't try to launch any romance titles with Atlas. Yeah. But romance was pretty much dead by then.
Scandalous Images. all the skin she's showing off, those floozies.
Yeah.
Speaking of floozies,
Y'all hold on. I think my
he's playing it loose.
working.
Shows up when he wants to.
Oh, that's up. Oh wait, that's there we go. Okay. Hi.
Hi, Zach. I'm Bakeman.
Hi. I'm tired.
Hi, tired.
I haven't read any of these. I have a stack because I had backlog, like Dynamite books that. Well, not Dynamite. Diamond messed up shipping like the last week or two, so I just got some older books in yesterday. Like I finally got Rocketeer.
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Sure.
and
Hold
I
on.
Hi, Zach.
Hi, Breen. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Zach.
I got Nightclub, and I got Dick Tracy. Yeah, those are the back ones. I think I did. I dropped a few. I stopped picking up Conan. It just wasn't doing anything for me. And then I dipped out of the Defenders of the Earth series.
So just when those books are getting good, Conan is all elite issue romance.
Yeah, well, I'm just not into Conan that much.
Don't worry, Defenders. The villain who we thought was turn on Flash does turn on Flash.
Oh, I didn't even. I don't think I only read the first issue. I don't think
I read the first two, and then I jumped out, and then Brand's like, "Oh my god, issue 3 just got like," and it's just. I was like, "Chorus!" Right when I dropped the book.
Yeah, well, I'm over the FOMO. I did get the this is Silent Night Returns.
Dude,
this is issue 3.
That's my favorite book of the week.
Really interesting.
Zatanna, Santa Claus, just a bunch of cool characters in there.
Let's see, we got Transformers number 15. We got Green Lantern number 18. That's a pretty sweet cover, by the way. I dig this cover because this is I guess this is Sinestro's arm. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like I said, there's a lot of colors: yellow, red, and blue.
Yeah,
fighting.
Lots of colors. I know I'm the only person. I know I'm the only one picking this up. This is number 7 of X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. Cyclops just looks like such a boy. I don't care for it. Give him the hood again.
The fact they're all fighting against each other again is
also Juggernaut. Like if he wants to be on the, his head looks like it should be freakishly huge under that helmet. Look how wide apart his eyes are. That's just weird to me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that too. I'm not a fan of the Xing in front of his face too. I don't like that.
I don't care for that. Yeah, but just the size of his head is the really bothersome part. I am really wanting to check this out. This is the Ultimate Universe. This is 1 year in. This is a one shot.
There's spoilers. There's 2 brand new characters introduced.
Look at this Nick Fury though. I didn't know that they would ever think to you like old white Nick Fury again. That's pretty cool.
But that's who's running that is Denny's camp. Maybe this is old white racist Nick Fury.
I don't. You know what? The fact that it's hand too, I kind of like that it's hand. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm Capuccio has some art in here. Chris Condon, I think.
Chris Condon is a Wolverine backup story in there.
Yeah, that's right. He's doing the Wolverine story. That's right. And then last issue, I got the Superwoman special.
That was good.
Which I've heard really good things about. Woman of Steel, yeah.
They re-swap Nick Fury. That's racist. No, that's.
I'm looking forward to it. The artist, the cover artist. I mean, I don't assume this is one of the interior artists. This one almost gives me
For which one?
For the cover artist on this, I really like the style. It's really clean looking.
That might be the actual interior artist too.
It might be. If it is, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, got a lot of books. Did I get anything else? Oh yeah, I had I don't even know if I should. I don't know. I haven't read this one either. This is Void Rivals number 14. So it's just been crazy. I've got a huge, I think it was like $40 something at the comic shop yesterday. I was like, why so many? I'm like, because
next week, having a push next week.
Yeah, I know. Goodness gracious! Like what next week? I don't even know how many. Well, no, because no. 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks till Christmas, so
You
the
know,
Thursday after
I'm
next.
proud of you, Mark. We're getting that trend going. We're calling Denise. Calling Denise.
I like Denny Camp. Honest, dude. Next week is actually a huge week. Good lord, I can't sustain this. I gotta get 5. I can't get all of these.
Either you
But
have comic books or you have a girlfriend.
no, it's not that. It's just Christmas shopping. It's just
It's
getting gifts for everybody. Holy cow. $55 worth of comic books next week. I'm gonna have to put Titans on hold for sure. Maybe Nightwing
probably cancel
also.
that Tom Taylor at Detective Comics.
I'm not getting. Oh, I was never getting that.
I did not. I didn't. I glanced at it on Twitter because basically Wes was talking about how Tom Taylor is just ruining Detective.
Well, I haven't been a detective ever. I
Yeah,
mean, I haven't been getting that one in a
yeah.
while. Ram
Mark,
V was on it.
I
I
wouldn't say it's
disagree with
awful. I would
Mark.
just say it's not what I wanted.
I disagree. I think
I know
it's
Zach
great.
likes it. I dipped out after the Hawkeye. I'm not Hawkeye.
I don't mind the Hawkeye, and
The
I don't
She-Hulk
mind the
was annoying as
She-Hulk.
it was.
I don't mind either of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
It's not supposed to be uh a different cosmetic of the regular
I would
one.
rather just have the original people in a different world. Kind of like with
That's
Captain
not
America, they do Tony and stuff.
that's not Ultimates though. That that
That is.
that wouldn't be no. It's just a cosmetic change. Having the same characters, that's boring. No, I want tweak them a little bit,
Then
do
if
some
that's the
different
case, then
things.
I want this Hulk that's evil not to be Bruce Banner.
What do you mean?
Like,
Regular Hulk is a hero. Like regular Hulk is a hero. This Hulk is a villain. I'm okay
yes.
with that.
So, but it's still Bruce Banner though. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Yeah. So why would you want?
We're getting a Hawkeye that's not Clint Barton,
Yeah.
not even Kate Bishop for that matter.
Yeah.
And then the She-Hulk is not Jennifer Walters; it's someone else, this
Okay.
random person who's
Okay.
mutated. Yeah, like I said, why couldn't it just be Jennifer Walters?
Okay. So why don't you like the absolute Superman? Because that is a Lois Lane. That is a
Because
Clark Kent. I mean, those are
it's not
the
it's
same
not
names in a
the
different
reason I
world.
don't
That's
like
what
it
you want.
because it's not a John Byrne Clark Kent. It's not even Clark Kent. It's just Kal-El. I don't
Good
want
Lord.
pro Kryptonian stuff.
Okay.
I like having the human side,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like he's not even Clark Kent in this. So he said, "More power to you, man." I will not read it, but you can.
Well.
I've read. Let's say I've read 2 issues. I just won't buy it because I like to keep up to see what's going on in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's my 2 minutes.
My question is when it comes to Superman, the new one, Absolute, can he fly? Does he have abilities without the suit?
I think in the previous issue, and Jay can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they gave him I feel like it wasn't flying so much as it was jumping like a far distance, like OG Superman was.
But
I
he has
feel
a
like
suit on,
Lois.
which is a ship.
No,
It's also a suit.
his suit is not a ship. His suit is sentient, but it is not a ship.
I thought it actually was a ship that turned into the suit.
No, the suit is a suit.
Uh,
The suit didn't turn into the ship. Not that I'm aware of. The suit had a cape that kind of grew out of it, but it wasn't a ship.
Brain, are you reading the Absolute Superman?
Mm-mm.
So you don't have a dog, and you're only reading the Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all right, that's it, buddy.
That's all I got. Sorry, y'all must have waited all that time, and I don't have a whole lot for you.
Actually, we went
going all over creation. So,
dude, we went through like a short box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the Avengers books I showed on Sports Ball there?
I in the sports ball and the Twitter.
Yeah.
The Twitter. No, I don't think I did.
I'll show you. I'll say it again real quick.
I saw there was some stuff. Last thing I saw, somebody posted something about Gemma Arterton. Oh, that was RDV.
Yeah, I picked this up in the show.
Oh, whoa. Oh, that's cool. That's the Kooky Quartet.
Mm-hmm. And
that's cool. Oh, it's that costume.
It's an Avengers 9, you disowned son.
It's that costume.
I mean,
it's like a football player whose grandmother knitted him a vest.
and I got a bunch of Indiana Jones.
You had talked about that. Yeah, you said you got a bunch of Dark Horse.
I'll go over again so you can see them.
Yeah, so while he's doing that, yeah, Zach, we went to the show in Dayton Sunday.
Yeah.
And Jerry and I always ask each other if there's anything, like what he would call a big dog that we're looking for. And I told him, I said, I would love to find an Avengers 9 in like the $100 range. And I'm just going around all the rooms. It's a great show, but you don't have time to look through everything. And Jerry, he likes books in high grade. I like them in lower grade.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes up and he goes, "Did you see the Avengers 9?" And I said, "No, where is it?" And he goes, "Right over there." He goes, "How much is it?" And he goes, $100. So he was waiting for this guy to finish looking through that box. And I got to the box before he did, and I thumbed through it and found it. And it was right at 100, but it was the same guy that had that Avengers 16. He had it for 80, but they were half off if you paid cash. So I got the pair for $90.
Dude, that cash discount though, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember it, Henry, but I never read Epic Illustrated.
Yeah, my brother just got the new game on the Xbox.
Dude, it's fun.
He's been liking it. Apparently, he said it connects to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It is. It's right afterwards.
It's afterwards? Okay, he said it was before.
No, because it's
Temple of Doom comes before Raiders, and then so then it's Raiders, and then this one.
Yeah, it's between Raiders and the Last Crusade.
It does not make sense to me though. Like his gun does 0 or little to no damage from what I've seen. His sidearm, which is a big missed opportunity because the best scene in Raiders is not him running from the boulder.
You've seen enough of it. You've heard Troy Baker's voice.
Yeah, it's not bad. Troy Baker's really good. He's a really good voice artist.
You could tell if you listen closely, you can tell it's Troy.
You can tell, but he does a very good job though. He does a good job of mimicking.
Remembers like this and just talks quiet.
He does a good job. He did a good job mimicking Mark Hamill as the Joker. He did a good job there. I mean, he's good. He's good with impersonations.
So some people were saying it's like, oh, it's just another version of the when it came out movie. Where Indy basically Indy's being led around by the girl and stuff. Yeah, there's a girl teaming up with him in this, but
there's a girl teaming up with him in every movie. Though.
I know, right? So that's why people are like,
that's not a thing.
Look at that.
Not a thing worth being upset about. I used to have a bunch of they used to do these little serial novels. They weren't like thick or anything. They were just like fun little books to read. Those were really cool.
Yeah. But
there was one with a dinosaur egg in it.
I don't know how far your brother's in it with the game. But
he just got it this week and he's been working since then, so he hasn't gotten very far.
Well, I'll just say you go into one of the tombs and there's scorpions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you have your little lighter. Like it feels like because like they're like some of these near the pyramids. There's a section where you're crawling there, like little openings, and it's like, wow, this feels like you're just John McClane by Indiana Jones. So, yeah, I saw these. They had the sets there, and I was like, oh, they're like some are like 15, one was 34, but they're 6-issue miniseries, and then the Temple of Doom one story adaptation.
Nice. So
I was glad they actually just find these because I never really find these unless it's like individual issues.
Yeah, I never see those at my LCS. Like the only ones I have are the Further Adventure, the Marvel series that I got for me.
Do this, Andy Kubert, Dan Jurgens signature.
Oh, that's cool. Is that Black Canary?
No, this is
Sharon Carter.
Yeah,
It
looks like Black Canary.
Yeah, I'm guessing you mentioned something about not being authenticated because Dalton wasn't there, but I'm guessing that whoever owned that book, they were probably at a show, the same show, and he probably got them autographed at a show.
Yeah.
And they don't authenticate those.
So it's like I get a half off of 13, whatever half of 13 is.
Half of 13 is
$6.50.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's it.
So
$6.50.
that's why I picked it up because like, oh, it's Jan Jurgens, cool. I don't really have anything signed with comic book. That might be my first signed comic book.
I've got 2, maybe 3.
The only signed book I have, and I don't even remember what it is now. I didn't know when I bought it, and it didn't change the price. It was just the artist or the writer signed it on the inside cover at the bottom.
I think I've got that whole set.
12 issues?
I think so. I think I got it from E's auction. I think.
There's the awesome costume right there, right?
Better. Not 100%, but it is better.
When he has
the mullet and the tank top.
This is where I need that Trump meme. Wrong.
Yeah, he has the
slightly better.
Yeah, here's that one. So real quickly.
Nice.
Yep. Hey, had fun with those. And then yeah, you saw the end of this. You saw the My Love.
Oh, hey, it's romance comics.
Yeah, Marvel romance comics. Issue 30. These are awesome. I found this. Marvel Holiday Specials.
Oh yeah, I have that one.
I've never read these before, but I've been collecting a lot of Christmas stuff this year. That was the other one I got from '96.
I don't think I have that one. I like that Kitty Pryde costume though.
And the Rawhide Kid.
Nah.
Hey.
And then old school. And then yeah, you might have some of these. I think you actually have. I know I got you or at least you bought it. I give you the trade. It was an old one. But I don't know if you have the individual issues. LK, I know LK would be like, I got this, I got that, because LK has other things too. Miss Marvel?
Yeah, I've got a trade. Well, it's a hardback, but it's a collection.
It was the volume 2 collection they had.
It starts with her in that costume, and then when it ends, she has the Warbird costume.
Yeah, but man, that's all they had at the shop. Like every cover she has, or she's like in peril.
Yeah, right. I don't know if it has that issue though. I guess it does.
This is the cover you have.
No, I have the trade with that. I don't.
Yeah, that's the cover on the trade.
I have the cover.
That's the cover on the trade.
No, the one on the trade is different. I think.
Is it from volume 2? What I've seen. I'm pretty sure it's that's the art on it.
I think that's on the back. I don't think it is on the front. I don't even think I don't know if I have it in here or not. I'll have to look for it later.
It's one of the reasons I picked them up because I said, like Henry, I love the art on the cover. The stories are great. The interior art. I love Rocketeer and Indiana Jones. If I had to give up everything else, just put ongoings out of those, and I'll buy those. But
I'm not ready to commit to that. Not that much.
I am. At this point of like I love the Energon universe. I know, but like I feel like it's kind of dragging its feet. Especially Transformers. This feels like it's kind of dragging their feet on that. I have more fun with.
I thought Jay said the new issue, the new one that came out yesterday. He said it's supposed to be really good.
He liked it. I just felt it. Just kind of felt like it's just bring it all. It was basically introduced Starscream. Again, Soundwave. So basically, it's all coming to a head. The two Decepticons who basically don't like each other are gonna fight each other in the next issue after this. But and so something's wrong with Optimus, the Matrix, and blah blah blah. And just like, yeah, not a fan of what's going on. Not as a bad issue. I'm just saying it wasn't my favorite. I'm leaning more towards like the Santa ones, like the Batman Santa Claus. I have more fun with that. That's fun. Like Zatanna, Robot Man, Mary Marvel, Etrigan. Like that's my thing. I like whenever I get like Justice League Unlimited stuff, or this is the versions of the animated series ones.
Yeah.
It'll
be done in one more issue. So mini.
I know. But I got this Justice League Unlimited, Hocus Pocus, and all those little trade they had at in-stock trades. This was like $6. And has that Tennant, has all of them on there. Has Stargirl, Dr. Fate, Alan Scott. Yeah, it's cool. And then I said you got Zatara and just a lot of cool stuff. It's Spectre, Deadman. Like I said, this basically it's the continuing of the animated universe. Here, Stargirl. I think that's Crimson Avenger. I think.
I think so.
Before they turned him into a girl.
From that one episode of the cartoon.
Stargirl, yeah, shows her like out of costume, a little story here, her putting on the belt. No, that's kind of funny because I think that this issue, her and what's his name? The guy who plays her stepdad.
Pat Dugan.
Pat Dugan. They switch bodies.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
I don't care for that too much.
It's all magic messed up stuff, hocus pocus stuff.
That's a little creepy though.
It is.
I don't much care for that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I love the animated universe. I love this stuff. Used to read those J. Lewis trades with my son. Fun issues. Yeah, I'm not sure what year this came out, but In Stock Trade had it for like less than $10. So
nice.
And it's like a 6-chapter thing. And yeah. I mean, it's Stargirl oriented is a lot of this. It's really cool. Aquaman. Yeah, if you like the original Justice League Unlimited series, that's what this is. Another story added on. So, but that's what I got for this week. And then for an Exile trade, so I got our omnibus. Then I got Zach's wallet.
Joke's on you. There's nothing in it.
Oh, you're awake. Okay, it looked like you're dead passing out there.
Buddy, I'm about to. It's been a day, and then I have another one tomorrow.
What's with you and the beard? I gotta ask that though.
Izzy likes it.
It's just kind of weird for me.
Izzy likes it. I actually got what is it? Beard oil the other day.
Literally.
I got beard oil to
you're like Santa Claus when he got the beard.
What are you talking about? You have more white in your beard than I do.
No, but man, you remind me of the Rankin Bass Santa Claus when he got his beard finally going. He's like,
I've never seen a Rankin Bass Christmas music.
What?
Never did.
You've never seen Frosty the Snowman with Jimmy Durante? Oh my god! Oh my gosh.
We had.
Why you've never seen?
Because my parents were not. My parents did not wait till I was 9 or 10 to tell me Santa wasn't real. They kind of started right out the gate.
They were like, too late.
Christmas is like for the nativity story. And like we watched the Santa Claus and the Grinch and all that stuff, but we just never got to the claymation, the stop motion.
Even Jay says that the little puppets. Yeah, they're stop motion puppets.
Also, the puppets just kind of freak me out. I think I'm past that age where it's like cute and endearing, and I can grow into it.
I'm at the
point now where I look at it and they're just like, it's creepy looking. So I don't care for it too much.
How Burl Ives is just in his grave and is just giving you the finger.
He's
just like, screw you, Zach.
He doesn't know me from Adam, so that's okay.
Jay says, when I was 6, I figured it out. Then I spoiled it for my friend and little sister. Oops.
But yeah, it has been a day though, guys. So I am gonna have to come. I basically had to do a drive-by tonight.
Allegedly.
In and out. I mean, I've just been all over the place, and then another full day tomorrow. So, but yeah, those are my books. I will let you know as soon as I read them. I will put my reviews in the Twitter group, or maybe I'll comment on this.
Starting Sunday will be Puppetine free if you want to come back and you don't feel like you're being persecuted by him anymore.
No, I actually miss Puppetine. I just It's just the holidays and girlfriends and family sicknesses and all
Girlfriends?
kinds of. No, one girlfriend.
You said girlfriends is plural. No
Oh,
wonder you're
sorry.
so tired all the time.
Oh, that's work. Today was like as soon as I finish one thing, the phone rings and I have to do another thing, and then
It does what?
the phone rings, and when the phone rings is because a client needs
Brain?
help.
Brain?
When the phone rings.
Oh God. See, if I come back now, there's just gonna be too many inside jokes that I'm just gonna be in
You
over
know
my
what
head.
though? The Lesters came in, there already was jokes before them, and
It's
you know
true,
what?
but the Lesters are better people than me. They're so much better. They go to all of Mike Miller's Bible study videos. They're better people than me. He said girlfriends because he was seeing double. No, that was my dad. My dad's been seeing double. He had a reaction to one of his medications. He started seeing double on the road the other day. So that's why I've kind of been helping him out. So hoping that passes.
If he's seeing doubles, they're called twins.
No, like he was seeing double while he was driving.
Oh.
So yeah, so that's why I'm helping him out.
He's on new medication. Really, probably shouldn't be driving if you're taking new meds.
It's not new. That's the thing. It's not even new medication. It's one he's been on for like, God, at least
I'd say if something else is
6 or 8
happening, if he's
months.
finally having a side effect to it.
Maybe. I mean, he's also getting up there. He's almost 70. So
almost 70.
Almost. He just turned
You hear
69
that, Brian?
last month.
Brian, are you seeing double vision yet?
Zach, I sent a Zatanna picture from your favorite Phil Hester.
Ah, I saw that on Twitter.
Okay.
Phil Hester, the GOAT.
Right.
Oh, hey, look, there's Geekeasy. He can replace me. He can be my sub.
We're going almost 2 hours, so we're probably going to end it soon.
Has it been 2 hours? Oh gosh, it has been 2 hours.
For you, it's been like 10 minutes.
For me, it has been. Time flies, man. I tell you. But yeah, no. Fun books.
Like I said, if you guys can go over to I Love Comics and check out his Ko-Fi link, it's in the chat right here. He is basically looking to be evicted by Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came out and broke the news the other day. Basically, they're
Damn.
behind on rent. Sounds like 2 months. Almost $1,000 needs to make.
Jeez.
So he'll be running maybe on this if you can for the auction. Stop by. He's gonna be probably running an all-day auction. He said he's gonna just whatever he can just to try and make the money up. So if you can donate there, like I said, if you can just donate, and if you don't see a book there that you like at the auction, you can always just save your money, spend the money, and then that money will go towards to the next time you come around with an auction, and you'll be credited. So just to help him out, yeah. But that's what's going on. So you can check out his channel. Well, that's also in the chat here. But it's I Love Comics, Angleton I Love Comics. Or just look up I Love Comics. It should pop up. Or Angleton.
Oh, by the way, Zach.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ash is not wrong.
About what? Oh, about what was that thing? About Superwoman? No, I think he is. I haven't read it yet though, so I can't.
We both had in our top 5.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's good. I've heard good things. I've actually been liking the Lois Lane with superpowers, but no, I saw it like very early this morning before I started doing stuff. I saw his comment. I was like, dude, it's too early for this nerdrotic. Everything is stupid. Stuff.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I gotta. Now you have a like.
Now I have a like.
That this morning.
Yes.
It made me laugh. But as we were talking about that, I said, if it's just for a story, then I'm okay with it. But if this is any kind of permanent thing,
well, look, it's like Lex Luthor being semi good guy.
No, I'll tell you why. It's this incessant need of modern comics to. It's not enough to be the supportive wife. You have to be a girl boss, equal, if not superior, in powers. Like I said, I trust Joshua Williamson, but if this had been one of their DEI hires, she'd be showing Superman how to do things already. And like Linda Park, Carol Ferris, it's enough already. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, whatever Paul's last name is. It's just I said if it's for a story, and it goes back to normal, then it works. But if it's permanent, it's
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be permanent. I'm pretty sure about that. I would gamble on that, and I don't gamble very often. But gentlemen, and any ladies in the chat, Marani, I see Marani in the chat. So Marani and the other ladies and gentlemen and RDV. Alfred's dead, by the way, Jay. He can't get powers unless he gets dead.
Spoilers! I had no idea.
It's been 5 years.
I know, right?
Y'all have a great evening. Y'all are awesome.
But Alfred is alive and well in that Batman new book.
Absolute Batman.
Dark Patterns.
Absolute Batman.
No, not
Dark Patterns?
Dark Patterns.
Did you get that?
Really? No, I didn't get that.
If you
I like it.
If
Is
you
that
like Batman
miniseries?
stories that aren't, yeah, I know, but everything's a miniseries now.
Not Green Lantern. There it is. I almost said Green Arrow. Green Arrow's not either. But yeah,
I'll
give it a try. I mean, if nothing else, I'll just wait for the trade.
Every week I look at you have your JSA books up there. I was going through my books upstairs and I forgot that I bought the whole entire JSA trades off of E.
All of them?
Yeah.
All the JSA? Oh,
yeah.
I've got a few actually. I need to sell them or something because I've got a few JSA.
Because you got
Where
the compendiums now.
Yeah, I've got the. There's a lot of books that I have. Like I have them in trade or in a collection, but I also have the individual issues for. So I'm gonna have to start consolidating.
I sold my Deceased books.
Bunch.
Deceased Volume 1. I got rid of those.
I would not sell my Deceased. Actually, no. I think I would sell my Deceased. I'd sell the individual issues because I have the hardback. I'd have the hardbacks. I've also got. I've got a lot of Avengers books in trades. I don't know if I would sell the individual issues. I think I would sell most of my Hickman Fantastic Fours because I have both volumes from him.
I still have
I'd keep like one. I'd keep one or two issues because I have one that's signed by Steve Epting. But yeah, I'll have to go through that. Also, if you haven't bought Common America Volume 10, it's too late. But maybe you can go to the iconic comic store.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
It's good. It's a good story. I read it this morning. It's really good. But I'm sure they'll have it available in their store soon. I think they said because they're not using Indiegogo, I don't think, going forward.
Kickstarter.
It's going to be Kickstarter. And then I think Mark Pellegrini had said that they were looking at using their own website. Their own
Why
store.
not?
Why not? Exactly. So.
I mean, you get to keep all the profit.
Yeah.
And then, put it in.
Yeah. So.
I mean, all you're doing is just basically taking it to the FedEx or wherever we're shipping it. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it'll be better than Diamond.
Maybe.
Who still hasn't gotten all the books are posted in for my shops.
Yeah, I was about to say, like 2 weeks worth of issues were in my box when I went to the LCS Wednesday.
Christmas is on a Wednesday.
Christmas is on a Wednesday. That's true.
So good luck getting any books on Thursday.
Well, no, because my shop normally gets their books a day early before they put them on
my
the shelf.
shops used to they get their DC, they got like a week ahead, and then they get everything else on that Monday. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, with all this going on with Diamond and Lunar and all this stuff, it's like
I haven't even heard anything about Lunar. I don't know.
Or Luna, whatever, Luna Press, whatever.
Is it Luna? Is that who a lot of people use?
There's
now?
Penguin Random House who does Marvel, or there's Diamond, but there's also Luna who does like the indie stuff. Right, Green?
I think it is Lunar.
The Lunar, yeah.
Lunar.
Yeah, I forgot about it. And Penguin House was the one I couldn't think of the other day.
That was the Marvel. That's one that does Marvel exclusively, but I guess it's like
all I know is
they give you free shipping, but it's like horrible.
It's a nightmare every week now for comic shops, and that didn't happen when Diamond was a monopoly. I mean, I said I'm all for competition, but man, when the customer starts suffering on a regular basis, maybe it wasn't such a great idea.
Maybe.
Of course, Diamond was getting real full of themselves, but it was still better when it was just them.
That's true. It's almost like they earned the right to be arrogant a little bit. So,
but all right though, and well, that's gonna be it for the night. This is your special 2-hour edition with the final appearance of Zach.
That's right, coming in right at the buzzer, like
All
somebody, I don't know who.
With the way you said you've been running around, Reagan, I know you're gonna get sick.
Dude, don't say that. Don't say
You're
that.
going up if you're going by your girlfriend who's sick right now. You're gonna get sick.
Yeah, well, that's why I was over there. I had to bring her medicine and chicken broth. So don't wish that on me. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm not wishing. I'm just saying. Chances are you probably will.
I cannot afford that.
It's that season where everybody gets sick.
It really everybody is. Half my church was out yesterday because they were all sick.
So a shorter service, right?
No,
it's like
you would think, but no.
It's just like
that's not how it goes. The time of the service is not dependent on the attendance.
That's how our live streams seem to go sometimes.
Yeah, but live stream rules don't apply in church. So, all right, guys, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. We got 9 Eastern. Well, actually, no, sorry, 8 Eastern. We'll be doing some readings. I got Christmas Story with the Watcher and Spider-Man. I will team up. And then we got an X-Men story, number 34, I think it is. With the Mole Man. So, yep, it was requested by Puppeteen because this will be his last reading with us until January. So we're shipping him off.
Yeah.
And then we get the credit.
I mean, the Mole Man.
I said it's like yeah, we'll just do this and we'll just give you a J. Jonah Jameson and then we'll just give Eric Breen all the Mole Man roles while you're gone.
Yeah, Henry, I do remember that saga very well. It, yeah, Byrne and Perez.
I feel like Henry should just come on. Henry, if you ever have a microphone, just come on the channel. You and Bree can just talk.
Wondar the Barbarian became, or Wondar became Aquarian, and he went from being the mind of a child to a genius.
That's what I need to get. I need to get Henry, Paulo, and Joe and you all on one panel and just let you guys talk. It's just literally, it'd just be like history of comics.
And there's Marvel did a hardcover of the Project Pegasus that I have.
You know. Well, yeah, John Ridley's got another book coming out too.
Yeah, can't
but
wait.
I heard he's supposed to be teaming up with somebody. He's supposed to be teaming up with somebody else. That's it. So he's not doing it the full writing. It's gonna be co-writing. So I forgot what it was, but somebody made a joke. It's like they're like, "Save me from John Ridley's bad writing." But yeah, all right though. But I'm glad you guys showed up. Especially Geekeasy. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Jay, Mark McGrath, always great to see you. Henry, we got Brian, Maranya was here. Jackson Roykirk, Brian's, I already said Brian, but Evil Black Cat, Summoner, and I think that's it, man. I can't. I'm going back to see names. Oh, we had Piat, who was from over on Twitch, which we do stream live right now. And then we also had the Twitch bot that tried to get me to go to their Discord server. Which I don't think you. And then Cheeseburger and Comics. It's always great to see new people pop in here. If I missed your name, I apologize. But that's it for this week. And as far as talking about comic books, in the next next 4 days will be to speak comic book ratings. Sunday or Friday through Monday, and it will come back on top 5 Tuesday. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a safe weekend. Stay warm if you're up north where I am, because right now it's like 2 degrees. And take it easy.
Before we go, same here, Henry, and I like the sequel in number 100, although it didn't have Byrne art. So,
alrighty, guys. Later.